to defend when it comes to this side. Now, realistically, probably just going to try and hold on to elbow. Keep that map control. Don't allow Fnatic to take it away. The issue, though, okay, he's actually going to get the kill before the scan, and that advantage alone could be enough.
Oh, they knew exactly where Fnatic wanted to plant that for the post plants. Durka in a little bit of trouble, caught out in that fight. Perry already with his first on the board. The TP play that gives NUTURN now a 2-man advantage. Looking in for the retake on this pistol. Oh, everything's going their way. Tagging up Doma. It's an easy span to take him down. And although Magnum gets one from long, he's being rushed down. Still in for a triple. Mystic playing the post plant, able to take down Solo inside of the poison orb and the snake fight. Perry runs in there as well. He's got it halfway. Mystic missing the spam, picks up a frenzy, it's out of bullets, and he's actually managed to win the pistol with a defuse inside the smoke. What a play by Perry.
To try and hold them back. They've still got all that delay as well. In just a moment from Mystic, the push coming back through, but Suggest already manages to find an opener, turning things back into a 3v3, but they know where these players are going to be, and they're just trying to get on that defuse straight away. The problem is, every single time, there are those snake bites just looking to deny them. Durka already picking off another, and well, Perry, can you do it twice?
Oh, let's have a gander. I somehow think the clock is going to be a bigger enemy than the 3 players. And spotted Suggest creeping into the right side of bathroom. He might think that the timing is his, and as he comes on in, Suggest catches him off guard. But again, it comes down to secure and contain. They know these players are inside of bath, and so they're content to just move back, but Magnum lurks it out and very nearly catches them by surprise. But Perry, ever vigilant, is the one to take him down. Solo. Oh, they haven't cleared out long. They left the planter all alone. Mystic really just sold down the river on that one. Solo needs to stay alive. His teammates are on the way, and a 3 versus 2 retake is perfectly doable here for NUTURN.
With how the round started, we were almost locking this one in as a Fnatic round. Instead, it comes up as a clutch. Doma in a good position. Durka and Doma, the 2 players you want, and already isolating Solo. Bear in mind, this is somewhat of a bonus round. The shock dance being used to try and clear out some of the angles, but with spotting nobody from behind, they have to realize it's over this side, and Doma, he's already going to pick off another one. It's left all onto Perry, and Doma just finishes off all 3.
MVP already. Let's see what else they can do, because now Fnatic are pushing forward on long. Allows in trouble. The dash doesn't get him into the TP, but he makes it away in the end. The pressure being applied by Fnatic, countered out by the Rolling Thunder, and Solo, he's somehow still alive. He is so low on HP and all alone, but manages to make it into the corner and win another duel on 40 HP. That is an unbelievable round from NUTURN. A great counter to the B aggression that was coming in. And come out towards Lamps. He's going to have to do it quickly because his teammates are under pressure. That shot landing for damage, and Suggest follows up. Allows in with more. 15 HP after being heavily tagged up. He is somehow still alive. And that operator, regardless of health, is going to be invaluable coming into the later stages. A shock dart delivered right to Boaster's lap. He's down to 37 health and getting... What? Maybe he's not getting out of here. He wants the head peek angle, and Suggest is quick to give him the opportunity. Durka sneaking around the backside, the final bastion of hope for Fnatic. He spotted the player in the left corner. He's moving up behind. There's the first, but Suggest coming in to clear backside. Not fully, but it does the job. Pulls them off the angle, allows you to push in. Allow now trapped all by himself. Blade Storm in hand, but Boaster's up behind him. The pistol's already taking down an operator, putting it into their hands. Lakia having to go down to low HP, in through all of that decay. He's behind enemy lines and they have no idea. That was fantastic. The rest of the team's calling for it, but it doesn't look like Doma was aware. Now Lakia moving around the side. He's going to look for another victim and spots them out on long. This is dangerous with the side swipe Magnum got. Perry conscious that maybe they'll rotate back, but, well, and Suggest he's up close with a judge. We know how this one goes. The first is a drop, and immediately that's going to be the spike spotted. He'll be pushed out by a snake fight, but the damage from his nade, although it'll take him down, it got him the frag on the Doma. Magnum creeps out on the backside. It's down to a 2v2. Somehow, the odds have equalized. Fnatic, they're not that far behind. They'll get the spike plant. A terrible start to the round and maybe a terrible finish with Mystic now left alone. At least he has the info on the player in heaven. but he doesn't know where Allow is. And look at the weapon that this guy has in his hands. The tag didn't come in. Actually didn't manage to get it out, but Allow's creeping behind him. Oh, he's on his way. Oh no, Mystic, good night and sweet dreams.
He can still at least do his best to slow them down, but maybe just saving after the first one would have been the better call. Allow his teammates to try and rotate in, and Magnum, well, he knows there's a man on the other side. The problem is Mystic actually falls. That's the spike down. He'll wait patiently and just about gets the drop on him. They're now going to submit as well the second ult, but the kill come out from Doma. It's into the 1v1 situation. And Magnum, he's got to get the spike down.
Oh, I like the early rotate by Perry.
Left.
This is so smart. He knows exactly what this guy is going to do. He's in Magnum's head. Already in spawn without a step made, weapon in hand as he creeps out. The plant is tapped. Magnum suspected it and caught him off guard, reading NUTURN's playbook. Absolutely. I mean, another round on the board plus a fist. Oh my God, Allow, that's aggression and a half. The paranoia, the dash, the play, but it doesn't go NUTURN's way. Fnatic again managed to pull it into a two-man advantage. They've overrun the A side and suggest probably the best hope of this round is cut off by Mystic. They were ready and waiting for that flank. Lakia, a big name within the Korean scene, is coming out with shock darts and dealing damage, but a 1v4 to A and then back. They're a little bit confused on where they should be going. A vacuum of information currently exists, and NUTURN, well, they give away a player on B, but the plant is already down.
Solo hoping maybe they'd pull the rotation with the plant being attempted. Instead, so much control currently in place. Aggressive positioning over towards the showers is going to make things very awkward. And in fact, all there really is at the moment for this attacking side is lamps. They've got to try and hold within it. Nade to try and clear that corner. Although Allow pushes out, manages a headshot. Perry alongside him as well. Pistols have been the bane of Fnatic's life, and it seems like NUTURN are going to pile on.
Desperately hurts losing those weapons. If NUTURN walk out with a loss here, they'll be kicking themselves. Weapons in hand for now, and very aggressive early round gets them two very quick kills. Although Allow goes down to a shock dart, they're converting kills very quickly over on the Fnatic side. So that story changes pretty quickly. Look at where NUTURN have control of. Mid and inside of lamps, two players stacked up. The nade will come in, and that Tiger did not spot Perry in the corner. He is now undetected, and with the steps heard out towards mid, Boaster still clears it, but Perry's got the bigger brain at the game. What is that? Suggest gives Magnum a little bit of a back rub on his way through. Goes down. Spotting Magnum out is going to be very, very difficult. You just wouldn't predict it, and they get him going in. There's no world in which you think Doma is here. Why would you? Well, you would now, because he's sprayed and tickled up. Suggest the showstopper taken out of play. Ulti comes in. There's the paranoia. Doma happy to play up close, though, because there's a smoke that he's hiding inside of. Perry's waiting for it to fade away on the other side. Tucked in and hookah, but Doma was ready for that one. Flicking quickly. NUTURN have control of elbow, but not the site, and they didn't know that. Boaster is tucked inside of the tube. This is getting awkward real quick for NUTURN. A 2v4. The control leaves these players completely split up, and Lakia now spotted as well. They know it wasn't just the Jet that snuck inside. The whiff shots by Solo all but seal the fate of this round, and Fnatic should be taking back their lead.
10 seconds left.
So many moments in this round that you almost just feel could have swung the other way. The jump through from Magnum, definitely a little bit risky. But the bait and switch and the positioning of the remaining Fnatic players ended up closing out that round. Now, Lakia will be allowed to hold on to his rifle, something...
In the end, it ends up leaving NUTURN so lost, combined with their other utility, that they never actually get a foothold on the round in any way, shape, or form. A gorgeous overall play. And look at this. There's a gap in the... Well, Durka's found the gap in the wall as well. He knew it was there. They thought they could sneak around it, but Durka was just staring right at it, ready to take them out, gets a third, and well, NUTURN's hopes of taking this one have decreased significantly. He's gonna wait down. There's another smoke in play, but it's now spotted him. The nade gonna push him out of position, or take him out in the end. The boombot nade combination. Trade suggest. I think he only had a Spectre, right? So overall, you'll take that. But Lakia blinded up, spotted in the corner. How does he get away with that?
It definitely shouldn't have gone that way. And now look at Allow. It's the push and pull of NUTURN. They're going to start sending extra players into the site. They've started to almost force a sense of doubt, but Mystic is still going to find the kill, and he actually manages to dodge the Hunter's Fury as well. Still having that extra snakebite to just force them back for a little longer, and it's going to isolate the spike. Solo can't really go anywhere. He just have to wait patiently. And now the whole team of Fnatic are all on A.
This Viper utility, man, it is just stopping them so many times from pushing the site. Down goes the snakebite to stop any sort of aggression through the wall and extra map control that they need to plant. Mystic takes down Solo, and that's the spike on the floor. The pace has to be increased for NUTURN if they want a chance. They'd have to throw themselves at the site. And look at the HP. 1 for Perry, 35 for Lakia. Not a chance they commit to this, but Fnatic are close by. They're even gonna hunt this down. You hear a lot of players, a lot of spams. That's the Tiger out spotting 2 players. That's Boombot, that's Nade. A lot thrown at this. Now NUTURN sense this is weaker. They can push in, and Suggest gets the kill off the back of it. Great early round posturing by NUTURN to burn up their opponent's utility before committing towards taking that map control. Now they've got it seized. They want the site, but oh my god! They lose the long control, which means the spike is on the floor. Perry's flank, worthless right now. It does basically nothing unless he gets this kill. And he does. They can TP. They need to get across to it first, but Suggest... Oh no, he... Oh, very nearly gets caught. He doesn't know Boaster's hot on his heels. The TP cleared out. Look at where Suggest is. He's took down close. Boaster! Oh! What? The 3K to close it out, the transfer. That is unbelievable. I thought they had it. They had a 9th round on the board, but big muscles being flexed out there. Their opponent's map pick, they chose to start here. And look at this sneaky little angle by Durka, already catching one off guard. Unfortunately, has to dash away before following up with more, but Magnum's there to save the day. Oh, Durka even re-aggresses. This is nasty. It's disgusting. And Solo gets caught off guard. Spike dropped. Great opening for Fnatic.
Yeah, they've had an incredible read in this pistol round, but it isn't over just yet. Well, it somewhat is now. 1 versus 4. I was going to say maybe there's a possibility, but when you lose that spike and Lakia is the only man left standing, he can at least earn a couple of ult points here and there. I think expected to be pincered on, and he's not entirely wrong. There is still a Mystic lurking in the shadows. And well, that's definitely going to be a giveaway. Trying to bait them into peeking, though. That was not something that he did, just almost give them free information. He wants them to come looking, he wants them to come peeking, but Fnatic are just going to sit back and relax, and on 1 HP, well, he'd need an absolute miracle. But to sort of add in a little bit, remainder of their force spy, all the players with armor behind them, so they're taking a pretty big risk into this one, but with how much control they've garnered, there's a real chance here. However, Durka's already going to pick one off with the pistol. He dives in as a bit of a distraction as the rest of the team looks to come alongside him. You've got Suggest holding, but he gets blinded by Magnum. Now they've got to try and fight for the afterplant. Solo watching to see if anybody rotates, and now the shock darts start to line up, trying to beat Fnatic at their own game, but it's avoided as they get it halfway. Perry, he's found another as he spams through, but they're just defusing. They're just picking it off. However, the kills come through. It's left onto Mystic. He's so close to getting it, but Lakia will close out the round. Durka using that Blade Storm as a little bit of a bonus. He's getting very aggressive, and Suggest is waiting.
To punish that, but when you're NUTURN up against Fnatic, that won't happen all too often. Durka gets up a ball. Oh my god, what a shot. That was gorgeous. One tapped. Out of this world. 2-1. NUTURN on the site. They're looking to close this one out, but they've got a 2-man disadvantage as the retake's mounted by Fnatic. They have got a big lurk, though. Look at Perry.
Perry's going to be everything in this one. Solo already taking a little bit of extra control, but they've pretty much lost the entirety of the site, and the remaining players are just so far behind. We're going to see the Hunter's Fury, which will at least deny the defusal for the moment, but he's only got one more charge of it. Somebody needs to get in there. They're trying to pull them off with the gravity well, and it seems to be working. The peek back in now from Perry. He's dropped another, and Doma is nowhere in sight. He was too busy looking for that remaining Sova, and instead he falls. These afterplants from NUTURN have been filthy.
Hard for Fnatic to find any foothold. That recon, if it's not destroyed, there's kills coming their way instantly. The wall bangs, the sprays through smoke, 3 kills on the board, and Fnatic, they should really be hightailing it out of here, especially with that operator. This round is unwinnable. They can't even get a weapon out of there on time.
Necessarily committed to this just yet. Potentially trying to pull rotations, and I'm a little bit wary whether or not Mystic's about to be caught on the other side. He is. Perry's taking him down. This gives them A-site control. They're looking to push fully into this site, and the only player to defend them here is going to be Magnum on that Cypher. Now, as said, he's been having a worldie of a day, but this needs to be a step up from him. The rest of the team slowly rotating through, and actually, they're hunting down in the spawn. There's a chance for Durka, and he'll take one back, turn it into an important 4v4, but again and again, it's the afterplants.
It's always the afterplants with these guys, but Fnatic, they're straight in to destroying any notion of NUTURN picking this one up.
Waiting, and they've already picked. Look at the ping. It is on his feet. They know exactly where this man is sitting. And just look at that from Durka. Oh, that is beautiful from Fnatic. That is such a brilliant piece of team play to grant them an extra kill.
Yeah, Lakia will realize now that he's really just been so... Oh, no! How is Boaster getting away with that? Stood down in the corner. 2 teammates here to just push out afterwards. Those smokes are going to be up for a little while, but Perry's in trouble as they fade away. 15 seconds less than on the clock, approaching 10, and nowhere safe for him to plant. This one, it's already over, and he's tucked in on the site to hopefully get some more damage as they look to maybe hunt him down afterwards. I don't even know that that's going to happen.
Hide in plain sight.
It's a good save position, yeah.
No one would expect them to be here.
Hey, you got a kill for him so far. NUTURN are definitely putting their best foot forward. Fnatic just edging it out in the previous map. It is 6-3 right now. A dash into sight grants a lot of space to NUTURN. Durka pushed all the way back. He's up close with his knives, but Allow is tearing them apart. A third on the board with Mystic falling, and down goes Viper's utility. NUTURN have not gained the site. Allow has, and he's going to allow his teammates to come in and get that spike planted. Fnatic, not a chance of getting in for this retake.
I'm surprised they're even attempting to pressure this one. Like, maybe just wanting to drop a few of the weapons, but Doma would have to pull off something truly ridiculous. They know where he is, and Lakia not going to allow for any multi-frag madness this time.
Good opening pick for Fnatic. Now it's about delivering on the back of it, because NUTURN, they're poised to just push in and take this A side.
Already utility isolating these 2 players. Fantastic nanostorm to force one of them back. Doma, he's going to go through off the back of a flash. He's found one of the players, but there's still another behind him. Allow again, but the flash again from Boaster is perfect, leaving this man alone. He clutched the last round, but it will not happen this time.
And they got the 4-0 to pull it back 8-8, and that's why we ended up in such a close map. Durka has been destroyed. This... Okay, Doma. He's just undone everything. Just completely undone the amazing play by NUTURN. They smoke out mid to stop the support being there. The communication wasn't on time because it was so perfectly put down so quickly that Durka's just left unaware that his mid isn't being covered. And then Doma comes in and says, yeah, okay, we made a little bit of a mistake. You had some good timing, but screw that. We're going to come out with the win. Lakia shuts one down, bails out. Man advantage back towards NUTURN, but for how much longer? Magnum is getting aggressive. Ooh. He's sneaking in. The timing is good. He's coming into wine, and Lakia has no idea that they can be there. Solo was just a second away from peeking the corner. Luckily, though, he gets there afterwards and trades it out. And he's being spotted. That's a nail in the coffin. Of course, you're still going to go for it, being as it's the last round. Potential there if he can sneak down the alleyway, get the good timing. But Perry, look, he is just so ready to put in that grab well. He's now taking double damage. Then there's the nanoswarm. All the utility hitting Mystic right now. Up goes the Viper's wall. Mystic able to split the site in half at least. But Solo There's no time. It's done already. And Perry puts a bullet in him just to secure that. 8-4 as the orb fades away. They're just biding their time, hearing the steps, letting these players in, and they're going to come at them from all sides. But Durka's cut off straight away, Allow and Suggest doing all the legwork here and destroying the plans of Fnatic. It was a nice idea, but the execution of it, well, it was an execution of Fnatic as NUTURN end up in a 4v1.
Boaster left on just 15 HP. Wow, it's just the light this time. There was no guiding of that, that's for sure. It's done a little bit of damage, it seems, as they look to try and go pushing into the site. There's a couple of defenders and still having their utility to the back of it. Durka, though, the entry fragging machine, leaves Lakia somewhat isolated at the back, just trying to hold on as long as possible. His teammates looking to rotate in, and he actually takes one with him. Still an opportunity in this round, but with the site lost and still some further back control from Magnum, this might become a bit awkward. And looking at where Perry is, I wonder if they're going for this.
It could be, but realistically, you want to back off and save the weapons when you've got your operator, especially. I think that's ultimately what does it for them. Perry can afford to poke and prod at these players. He's only got a Spectre, and buying up in the next round is not going to be the end of the world. The Blade Storm is active, but... oh, God, that peek from Perry. I didn't even see him get the second one. How's he gotten away with that? Suggest tucked in on the site, has reinforcements on the way, but also has the power of surprise. Durka is left alone. The Blade Storm pops. He's up against an operator and connecting every single shot. A 1v1 as it comes down to just Solo, the judge we spoke of earlier. Perhaps the element of surprise rolls with him. He's in heaven, judge in hand, knowing now that Durka must be near the generator. The timing is going to be everything here as Durka peeks out and Solo stops the ace before it can happen. The operator to be saved. Here. That's it. That ulti's so valuable. Boaster down below, ready and waiting, welcoming arms for them to run on in. Magnum grabs one of his own and keeps the dream alive here. Fnatic locking NUTURN out for now, but there's still time to go for this if they really want to. And with Blade Storm on Allow, you know they do. Creeping in towards the site. Allow will look for the range duel to start, but the head peek coming up. Doma from afar is the one to shut him down, and the time now is just too low. Perry won't be able to do a whole lot, and with an operator to save, why not? Well, I'll tell you why not. Tucked all the way up, and the spike is coming alone. One player to take down, and the round is in disarray. Boaster is dealing so much damage on the site, but it comes down to Solo, and if he peeks out, there it is. The spike's on the floor, the control is theirs, and hey, all the kills come their way right afterward. That Viper's Pit is so powerful right now to walk on through, and with the drone, I love the fact that there's two teammates covering the walkout, because obviously you don't want Viper to die. Oh, you also don't want to be losing players left, right, and center. Fnatic are dropping down to just two all of a sudden. NUTURN, they're way ahead right now. Durka's trying to get a lot of damage done, and he's gotten away with 3. Blade Storm popped. Only Suggest left to deal with. The defuse has to come through. The right click is so damn strong. 4 kills for Durka. They're going to do that. They're going to move Sova towards the A site, let's say it that way, but he's coming down through mid. The timing might be a little bit late, though. Fnatic need to be delayed if there's going to be a reward for Lakia, who pops his ultimate and does so much damage. They're caught in the choke point, now looking to re-aggress on middle, but he's made it away, slipped out of their grasp. Man advantage is in NUTURN's back pocket, and the site that they want to push on the Fnatic side still has 2 players here holding onto it, locking it down, and taking the map win 13-8. NUTURN, they've warmed up after map 1 yet again. We told you, they don't win map 1, but their pick of ascent goes their way. We will be going to map 3 of Haven, and all the way to determine who's making it into the finals. Let's see how that fares for them. Hopefully better than the previous. A very fast execute by Fnatic. My God, Durka's on the site and they have no idea. 2 quick kills before he's dealt with, and now the rest of the players come rushing in. Lakia doing his best to stop this tidal wave of attackers, and with 3 kills under his belt, he's doing a damn good job. Boaster all alone. The Astra we saw in the early round, putting the gravity well down on Long and slowing the attack now, or the defense rather, now alone and gone. Boaster's done this versus me. Yes, it's the knife clip. It was not fun. It was a very difficult strategy to deal with as a Sova on the site, but Lakia is doing a damn good job of it yet again. Allow comes in for a one, but it's a one-for-one trade. This round's starting to get a little bit costly. The early flank by Perry should be able to do some serious damage to these most planned setups. It just about does.
20 seconds left. This could become very awkward indeed.
The discipline of NUTURN not to overreact to any sort of control that's being postured on. It might not pay off though. Perry is now trapped on the site and being challenged from all angles. After falling, it leaves Allow and Solo to make what seems to be an impossible clutch happen, especially with Allow falling. It's only a specter of Solo, and although all these players are low that are about to face him, there are still 3 on the site who are nice and healthy. Oh, and he has no... Oh, weapon comes out just in time, but it's going to be very, very difficult. Suggest if he pops a flash out here, he could have a free kill with that Judge and an upgrade. And the Hunter's Fury doing serious damage, man. Double kill with that. Durka and Mystic do their best to pull it back. But will their best be good enough?
They're looking to try and find out the information. Unfortunately, some of the utilities just got completely stuck and to start destroying the wall. And actually, they've just got onto the defusal, trying their best to stick it. But this time, it isn't looking too good. Boaster even going to run through the blaze to try and find out where Suggest is hiding. But he needs to retreat. He needs to fall back. And I think Boaster, I don't know if he's going to get away from this spike. He'll get caught in the end.
Especially with the flash and whenever his utility is gone. So it's nice. You're more involved than you are when you play Astra, and you definitely don't want Perry to be removed from the action considering how he's been playing so far. Durka discounts the tripwire, but still, Solo's able to get a double. A decent start with Lakia in through the wall. What? To figure out what is going on because they're hearing steps in garage. There we go. They've spotted the lurker.
They've not fallen for the bait either. The Spike attempting to push in on the other side of the map, and they're catching all of these players as they try to push in. Only 2 remaining, and Doma is almost going to end up walling off his teammate. This gives Perry only 1 angle to focus on, and Mystic has been spotted. He's been cleared from behind. Doma needs to pull off some sort of miracle here, and I just don't think it's going to be possible. 4 players to find, trying to isolate the initial duel onto Lakia, and he's been blinded by the paranoia. Perfect combos coming out from NUTURN, and they make this round look easy. Abandonment of one of the sites. But spotting all of that utility this time, it's a much more direct approach and caught, but still denied.
Oh, look at this though, Magnum. He's coming in to Suggest. It looked like maybe there was a second on the line for him, but it ain't gonna be connected for now. NUTURN maintain their man advantage. The retake to be mounted will be difficult, especially with that turret online. There's garage control, theirs without even having to have a player in this area. And yet still Magnum's going to be lurking around there. The rotate or the flank that's coming in from Lakia is very long. Not just because it's on C long, but because it's going to take a while. And before he even gets there, all of his teammates are dead as he finally emerges around that corner. Just way too much time ran down on that. Now it's basically impossible to win this one out. As he goes onto the spike, he is able to get it halfway at this point, actually, by the time they swing in, but there's just no time left.
Still at least doing a little bit of extra damage, and Mystic, is he actually going to survive this one? No, he goes down to the spike.
Long, but without the kill, it's time to try and find openings elsewhere, and Allow has gone completely undetected on B. He's calling that this flank is on the way. There's already hot hands down to block them, buying time for Allow to come in and support his teammate, grab the kill, and look to delay any sort of further push onto the site. That peek from Suggest was maybe a little bit much, though.
Dome has been able to turn this into a workable position, but Allow is still battling his 3rd kill of the round, but the 4th is not quite going to come through, with Mystic doubling up. Looking like it's all down to Perry, and Boaster this time predicts him. It will be Fnatic to take the lead once again.
You got to find something else, some more uses for it. Oh, no, that's not the fight you want. A really great paranoia. One player can see him, and he takes him down quickly, but Perry is traded immediately, leaving Lakia to be the man to defend this site, toe tapping away and dealing a little bit of damage, but the lockdown catches him.
Yeah, he went for the wallbang again to try and deny it, and this time it's completely fallen flat, meaning that he's gone down with it. A big problem, as that was his whole plan. He didn't have an escape route after that moment. I love the fake out smoke as well, used by Fnatic to just bait a full sense of security for Allow. And it leaves.
In play. So smart from Fnatic if that's what happened. Please, Boaster, don't come out and go, nah, we just didn't want to lose a weapon.
Well, it's going to be a fast take once again, prepared for Durka, and Perry is already going to combine. This A-site defense between the two of them is looking superb. The spike drop to the floor. The peek from Magnum does get one in a second as well. So crisp and clinical, and it's left on to Solo, the veteran around on the flank. But it seems like they're aware of this, already taking more passive angles, making sure that they can get the health of Mystic up. He's already watching that angle, holding on, and Magnum will close the round.
The ultis and really just be that entry for the team where even if he doesn't get, oh no, man, that's Lackey as well. That's the guy that's double the kills of nearly anyone else on the, certainly on his team, but nearly anyone else in the server.
He won the pistol.
He got a 4K in the pistol, wasn't it?
Yeah, he basically won them the pistol.
Yep.
So the fact that he's gone is definitely a huge loss. Boaster in the corner. He's going to use the grab wall. Manages to fall back. One the dive through from Allow, but he's still going strong. Has a stun, and Magnum alongside him as well. It's left all onto Solo again. A 1 versus 5 to try and give them that extra lifeline they needed. It is not looking likely for him, but he can at least try earn some extra credits and some extra ult points.
How is Boaster still alive right now? That is a question I want a thesis written on, because that's ridiculous. He's been jet dashed on, player up close, another comes to trade, and then somehow he survives. And then through the smoke, Solo falls. Being watched over, sorry, not watched over by Killjoy Utility. Killjoy's gone. So now the flank is actually possible. Boaster. Ooh, he's in a bit of danger if he pushes out, but the timing was perfect. The trade is there. Solo caught coming up behind. That recon being avoided. Boaster sneaks around on the side angle. Good for one, buys time for Doma. Wall up, he's above it, and they don't know. The intuition's there for Allow. And man advantage is theirs again, ×2. It's only Durka to worry about. But then again, Tom, it's Durka.
Oh, he's just running all the way down. Perry just goes facing straight into the man, well, known for these clutch situations. Still incredibly low on HP. He would almost need a mistake. He's got the wallbang right, but Lakia is just clinging on to that cross.
They take themselves probably the game with NUTURN's economy shattered. This is a very important round. We even see Allow on a classic. He's going to be using his Blade Storm to try and bridge that gap. Tucking in up close. Look at Boaster. He's in the smoke, and they detect him, deal with him immediately. The run it back serves its purpose of opening space alongside the jet dash. Everything falls into place for NUTURN, and a 5v1 at last, an opportunity. Surely Durka will be able to get the 1v5, the ace clutch to close this out, and thankfully they have dealt with him.
We start to see them spread out once again, but on the other side of the map, Mystic has also got a bit more aggressive, just spotting out towards A and looking to just walk in. Boaster almost comes up with a free kill. The response from NUTURN is now to start going in that direction, and the Seekers, well, Mystic now knows exactly where they are. Every single member pushing in his direction, and they don't really have much time to change their plan.
40 seconds, no map control. That's the most important part. Even if they want to change their plan, they have to do so much before they make that happen. And in fact, they're sending Lakia out as a bit of a sentinel to move, or a satellite, shall we say, moving away from the rest of the team, pushing in towards Garage, trying to bait out with some utility. There it is. Finally, he finds some Killjoy util that he can pull into play. Speaking of pulls, look what's down on Long. Slowing the push and leaving this. Oh, that dash is so important, but the flash, it couldn't blind everybody. That's the problem. Paranoia is huge, Dim. But maybe, just maybe, this is where they make it happen. Allow, dashes to backside, gets up close onto Boaster, who's already taken down. Players falling left, right, and center for Fnatic. Allow able to grab himself another, refreshing his knives and putting Fnatic on a serious back foot. We talked about how hard it is to retake the A site versus an Astra. Now,
considering the ultimates available to Fnatic, that they don't take a slightly more passive route. They definitely had a solid read on where the push was going to be going. 3 players ready and waiting on A, but when you have that lockdown, I feel like it's just almost a simple victory for them to just try and force players back out of that site. Instead, We're just seeing them look to hunt down these remaining players. Durka not long for this world as Lakia is there behind him. It's not necessarily going to get them any kills for it, but it makes sure that every member of Fnatic is just going to fall back for the retake again, though. They left Solo lurking, and Fnatic have just started to predict it. They are expecting these players to be here, and because of this now, it looks like NUTURN are going to try and get a little bit more aggressive themselves, take back some control, and potentially get them an even keel.
A lockdown in play, it's being spammed. It's still alive, there we go. The final shot connected at last. Suggest then gets rushed down. They'll take that trade over on the Fnatic side. A 3v1 now remains allowed, dashing out after 2. But still so much more to do. That spike being defused, he has to go. It's now or never, and the time, it's all gone. Boaster closes it out anyways. 13-8 we go, and Fnatic, they were sent to the lower bracket by Sentinels just a few days ago. And now, after a long battle through this lower bracket, besting V1, Liquid, and now NUTURN, they have fought their way into the grand finals, where they'll get a rematch to take on Sentinels in a BO5 to determine the #1 team in the world. And look at those celebrations, man. I'm excited to see what they've got prepared for us.